This is a download from London's LBC 97.3. The 3-hour 4 till 7 Iain Lee Afternoon Wireless Show.
Well, there you go, watching Sky News, and they're having people texting in. Steve Allen's texted in, LBC's very own Steve Allen, who I believe was on excellent form last night at the party. I'm not saying he was on excellent form. I didn't really speak to him. I saw him briefly as he was coming out of the toilet, that's all. We're having a fag break in a couple of minutes. If you fancy a smoke, we're going to kind of put the show on hold a little bit, play a little bit of music. It won't be gadang. You won't be missing that. And you can go out and have a quick smoke. Before we do that, though, can we go... Oh, let's go to Barry in the Watford. Hello, Barry.
Oi, Sabaloy.
Oh, you cheeky... Well, hang on a minute. In a while, crocodile.
No, it's a different
Sorry.
one. No, how are you?
I'm very, very tired, Barry. It was the works drinks last night.
Yes.
I'm exhausted, and I'm going to go home, I'm going to watch Space Cadets, and I'm going to go to bed.
Good on you.
Thank you, sir. How are you, mate? Are you all right?
Well, I've been all right. I've done my fair share of boozing.
I know.
I've been out for my works too, and I'm retired every night.
You're a good lad.
Yes, but...
Have you called in for something, Barry?
What's that?
I say, have you called in for something?
Well, yes, the usual nonsense. I was just phoning an update on my Margaret's clairvoyancy.
Oh, God, I'm so sorry. You mentioned this, and you want... She's... Now, is she the clairvoyant, or does she know one?
No, she actually is one.
She does it?
She's on a hotline to Saint, I'll tell you. I mean, I don't know, she might be a bit of a fraud. I come in the other night.
Yes.
And she's going... I said, what's that all over the floor? And she said, it's ectoplasm. I know cauliflower cheese when I see it. I said, you've had too many Bazica limes. You know, she had one of my neighbours, Sarah Ashton, round to do, the Ouija board.
Oh, you shouldn't mess with the Ouija board.
And I said, it's a miracle. You can put the glass down, take it away from your lips, you silly man.
She likes to drink, does she?
Oh, does she?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. But I've got to tell you, it was absolutely extraordinary.
Well, what happened?
Well, I take it all back. It was unbelievable. She only contacted the ghost of David Essex. I said it was a smell of damp denim in the air.
What? David Essex? He's not dead, though.
I beg your pardon?
David Essex is not dead. He's going to be in EastEnders soon. Rock on.
Mayor, I thought it was too good to be...
Yeah, so she was saying she was talking to David Essex?
Well, it all turns out it's like the bunkum.
Yes,
I won't believe another word of it.
I got to say, we didn't have anybody text or email in with requests for your Margaret contacting their dead.
They needn't bother. She's a fraud. She's a blooming fraud. I mean, I'll see if she can conjure anything else up, but, you know, whoever next.
Well, exactly. We'll see. Barry, listen, we've got to make a move. Do you smoke?
Well, yes, occasionally.
Well, listen, we're going to have a fag break now. Go and spark one up for us.
All right, thank you.
Take care, Barry. God bless.
God bless. No-night.
No-night. Bye-bye. Excellent stuff. Time for a fag break. Although we're under strict instructions from Heather Jingles. If the fag break is longer than 30 seconds, he'll be up to sort us out. It's almost worth. Listen, if you want a cigarette, pop out now. Pop out now. Have a quick cigarette. This is for you. They're all standing outside now, on the steps. It's cold? Go on, offer your fags around, don't be tight. I kind of wish I smoked now, because I could nip out the back and I could legitimately have a fag. Well, it's bad for you and it kills you, but that's almost irrelevant. If you just tuned in, you're listening to the 3-hour 4 till 7 Iain Lee Afternoon Wireless Show on London's LBC 97.3. There's 30 seconds. Let's see if Heather Jingles lives up to his threat. He won't be up. He hasn't got what it takes to come up here and challenge us. Oh, there we go. The time's up. Okay, come back. Hello, Heather. Nice to see you. Good to see you. Excellent stuff. Well done. I think that was exactly 30 seconds we ended there, so thank you for the tip-off there. Crikey, I got in trouble there. Wow. It's a nice shirt you're wearing. Excellent, well done. You can talk to us, I think.
Can I?
Yes, you can.
I don't think I want to talk to you, though.
Oh, cheeky so-and-so. Did you have a good time at the party last night?
Well, I can't hear what you're saying, though.
Good. Did you have a nice time at the drinks last night?
Yes, I did.
You say that in a confused way, almost as if you don't remember.
Well, it was a bit of a haze, but...
It was nice they'd rented a little corridor for us to stand in, wasn't it?
It was very nice.
That was very nice, but we had a
I
better
don't think
time.
I liked being chosen as the dame, though.
No, well, no, you won the prize as the best.
I did.
I won a rather rude prize, which I find inappropriate and probably shouldn't even mention on the radio.
No, I don't think you should, actually.
Nice to see you, Heather. Excellent stuff. And come back, you finished your smokes. Well done. We're doing our best to keep London healthy. I think it's get a hard time, smokers. I don't think it's fair. Yvonne is in the Barnet. Hello, Yvonne.
Oh, hi, Ian. How are you today?
I'm kind of doing the laziest show I've ever done. And do you know what? I think I'm just about getting away with it. Just by the skin of my teeth.
Lost and found.
Oh, yeah, go on. Now, tell me your story.
Okay, well, look, I do a survey every year for one of my clients. Obviously, I won't mention the name.
You do a survey?
A survey, yeah, with taxi drivers to find out what they find at the back of their taxi.
Oh, nice one.
And,
yes.
and because we want to find out, obviously, what they find at the back of the taxi.
I guess that's why you do the survey about what they find at the back of the taxi.
And we found last year, in the last 6 months, 56,000 mobile phones have been left in the back of black London taxi drivers.
Wow, in one car?
No, you know what I mean.
In all of over the year, okay.
No, over 6 months, 56,000. And you talk about prosthetics. They have a lot of prosthetics left at the back of taxis.
Like the fake legs and arms and things?
Yeah, that's exactly what I mean.
You would notice if you'd left a leg behind, wouldn't you?
I asked that very question myself, and £50,000 worth of cash, and a bag full of diamonds in Hatton Garden.
Oh,
and
sweet home Alabama, I'll have some of that.
And a little goldfish, and a couple of kids, babies in their, seats and stuff.
Well, no, I could understand how you could forget babies. If you've just had them and you're not used to carrying them around everywhere, you could quite easily leave them behind. Now, do these cab drivers keep these things as booty? Are they allowed to legally keep them?
That's the duty of taxi drivers. I'm sure you've got an awful lot that listen to
Unfortunately, yes.
And you will find that our London taxi drivers are the most
Yvonne, may we just take, as a nation, as a city, because it's local radio, may we just take a moment, everyone raise your right hand to your forehead, and we salute the black cab drivers of old Londinium town. They're some of the greatest cab drivers in the world, apart from the ones in New York, who are much better. Where do these... If I lost something in the back of a cab, where would I go? Is there a central office where I can get all this stuff back?
Yeah.
Well, that's that answer then. That's an excellent... as long as we know that. 0870 9090 973. We are asking... By the way, we're still taking calls on the second thing you do when you get to work. Also, the cyclists seem not to have bothered to call in. I think they're running scared because you are all losers who should not be on the roads. And lost and found. What have you found? And what have you kept? I'm not talking about money. Have you found... we've all found umbrellas, haven't we? I found a hat once that was a really nice hat, but I think it's unhygienic to wear another man's hat. I genuinely think there's something wrong with putting another man's hat on your head. A flat cap in the toilets at Charing Cross? What were you doing? Well, having a wee, I suppose. And do you take things to lost property? 0870 9090 973. Joe is in the Harlow. Hello, Joe.
Hello.
Hello, Joe, you're right.
Yes, fine, thank you. I found a hat, and I kept it, and I wore it on my head. I've just realised when you were...
Where did you wear it? On your head?
On my head. I found it in Wales. It was made of wool, and it was stripy, and it was very sweet. And it was cold in Wales, so I wore it on my head.
I think it's different for ladies, but men have more product in their hair than ladies, and I think that transfers to the rim of the cap.
It did smell like a kind of woolly sheep, but I wore it for a while, kept my head warm.
Nice one. Then got rid of it, then moved on. Good work.
I left my purse in a big supermarket, and I'm not allowed to mention who they are, although you were allowed to mention who they were, so it's the same one that you left your scarf.
Well, it's Tesco. You've done it again, Joe. You can't make... No, but the rules are... Let me explain the rules. If you're going to say something nice about a shop, you can mention it. If you're going to slag it off, you can't. But also, you can't hint at what it is, because it's virtually the same as saying Tesco's.
Well, I'm going to say something very nice about
Well, then please carry on. Let's keep our fingers crossed that you do.
If you ring live on the air to that Tesco's, to their service desk,
sounds like a prank.
You ask them, they will tell you they've got the scarf, and you can get it back.
How do you know that they will have my scarf?
I'm absolutely sure.
Really?
Well, if somebody handed my purse in with all my credit cards, petrol card, and all my cash, who would want to keep your manky old scarf?
Well, a stalker who maybe wants to do voodoo with it. It is possible to do voodoo with a scarf, I think.
With a scarf?
I think so, because part of my DNA is on it. I've imprinted my DNA on it one night.
Is it a fat scarf scarf or a thin scarf?
I'm not saying, because then everyone's going to phone up the Tesco and say, "Oh, I left my scarf there, and it's a fat scarf or a thin scarf, and I want it back." So
you should phone up in that voice.
Yes.
And ask for your scarf.
But then when Joe, I made that. I won't do it on the air because it's a little bit too prankish. But maybe I should give them a call. Maybe I won't. I don't know. Maybe I should. I was going to call them the other day. I was determined, but then I bottled out.
400 metres. 2 LBC 97.3 presenters. 1 champion. Judgment Day. Only on London's LBC 97.3.
After all the hype, this is where the talking ends and the action begins. 2 titans of the track test their mettle in what's being billed as the race of the century.
I went and looked at the football pitch that we're running around today.
Yesterday I was all nervous. I have won this race. This race is in the bag. The bag has been tied up and put out with the rubbish. It was collected on Tuesday.
If it looks like he's going to beat me, then just as it's reaching the point where he's pulling away, I'm going to suggest, do you remember the first London Marathon, where they crossed the line holding hands? Now, I don't want him getting the wrong idea. I've already been a bit concerned about some of his stalker-esque behaviour. That would be quite a good way of disguising the fact that he'd whooped me.
They've talked the talk. Can they now run the run? According to the fans, it's anyone's race.
I think James has got just a little bit more focus. As you know, he's preparing to become a father, and there's just a bit more gutsy and just a bit more dedication behind his voice. But I do think Iain Lee's going to whoop him.
I'm Liver Christie and I'm backing James O'Brien 100%.
My money is firmly on the man with the man boobs, because it's not a sprint. Once James gets going, thundering down that racetrack like a Jabba the Hutt of radio, he's going to overtake the no-stamina Iain Lee. Go on, James. Come on, my son.
I'm John Cushing with coverage of James O'Brien versus Iain Lee, exclusively live on London's LBC 97.3. Well, since the beginning of time, men have challenged men, from David to Goliath, William and Harold, Cromwell and Charles, and Blair and Brown. The rivalry between 2 LBC presenters, though, has also been growing in recent weeks. So much so, a challenge was laid down. It was that on Monday, December 12th, 2005, bitter enemies and daytime rivals James O'Brien and Iain Lee of mid-morning and evening fame would stage a running race. Yes, no arm wrestling or boxing or rowing for these 2 30-something men, just a running race, now dubbed the race of the century. Good morning, I'm John Cushing, LBC 97.3 sports editor. It's my job this morning to bring you the whys, wherefores and results of this greatest of challenges. Before we reacquaint ourselves with the 2 budding Linford Christies, here are the rules. Whoever wins is the greatest and can brag on LBC forevermore. Whoever loses is indeed the loser. As in the boat race, to be second is to be last. It's a 400-metre race around a football pitch here at the Westway Sports Centre. It starts when I say, around 11:40, and the race of the century sees O'Brien against Lee, side by side, man to man. And remember, there is only one winner. Here's how they line up this morning. James O'Brien, he's a 33-year-old from Kidderminster. He's 6'1" and a rather heavy 13 stone. I hope this isn't an omen either. He supports Nottingham Forest, who are frankly not very good. Iain Lee is aged 32. He's from Slough. He's 6'4", so taller than James and lighter than James as well, 12 stone. However, he is a glory boy. He supports the Chelsea. The 400 metres fastest ever time in the world was by Michael Johnson in 1999. It was 43.18 seconds in Seville. Will O'Brien or Lee get anywhere near that this morning? We will be finding out. Let's hear what some of the fans have to say. In the stands this morning is Paul Sylvester.
Thank you, John. OK, we've got both sets of fans with us here this morning as James comes onto the track at the moment. Let's talk to the James O'Brien fans first. Natalie Bailey and Joanne Webb from our travel centre. Girls, who are you supporting?
Obviously James. Definitely James.
OK, why are you supporting James?
Well, John just said that he's 13 stone, but he's 13 stone of pure muscle. Forget Iain Lee, he's tall and lanky. Never going to beat him. OK, so your money is on James O'Brien. I see also you've come a bit with a psycho sign. What does your sign say, girls? Go James! Go James! Go James!
You can make up your own mind about that. Let's go to the other side of the track now. Susie Pote and Ben Taylor, you're Iain Lee fans. Tell me why you're supporting Iain.
Well, Iain is a fine specimen of a man. Look how long his legs are. He is going to be able to sprint around the pitch, no problem at all. And look at James, short and stumpy.
OK, Susie, why Iain?
Iain Lee, he feels the need for speed. Look at those legs. He's going to power around the track. He's just a human biro refill, as Paul Ross once said.
Iain to win! Iain to win! OK, so as you can hear, JC, the rivalry is absolutely huge, not just on the track, but trackside as well. Both competitors are here. John, have a chat with them.
Yeah, 3 minutes away from the big race now. The trousers have come off. Fortunately, James O'Brien has shorts on. James, how are you prepared for today's race?
Focus.
Can you mind not hopping, because I can't hear you?
I'm doing my warm-up exercises, JC. I've changed my diet. I consumed this weekend mostly red wine, and I think it's all about mental strength. Mental strength.
Have you got any?
And running fast.
That's
amazing.
Iain Lee, in danger of tripping over his own tongue. That is what I'm hoping.
Can you respond to that, Mr. Lee?
Yeah, I really need a wee. I've totally mistimed my toilet breaks, and this is going to make it very, very uncomfortable.
Yes.
And there's
Paula Radcliffe tactic.
All right,
we
mate.
don't want any of that Paula Radcliffe thing.
I'm not one of your callers, James. Let me get a word in. There's a lot more people here than we were expecting. This is perhaps the worst idea ever, I think.
Now, you were, I think, a former county runner.
Yeah, that's true, John. 17 years ago, for God's sakes. And you know what? It turns out I can't run very fast or very long at all now. I'm 32 years old. So, yeah, very, very bad.
James, are you worried by his former form in this 400 metres?
I am here to prove...
Yeah, there's two of you this morning, I think.
I'm here to prove that winning isn't everything. It's the only thing.
No. Yeah, well, exactly. Because to be second is to be last, of course.
Yes. Well, yes.
And that's what you need to remember.
Yes. Yeah, I'm getting a bit genuinely scared now, John. I'm trying to do the whole... In fact, I think I speak for both of us here, Ian. I'm trying to do the boyish banter. What a bit of fun. What a great idea. This is possibly the stupidest thing I've ever...
Sounds like loser talking to me.
He called my bluff.
It's 400 metres. It's all the way around a football pitch, which is actually quite far.
Yeah, well spotted.
Yeah.
It is. I thought it was a little mini five-a-side pitch.
Yeah, so did I.
Like the two, you know, when they play sideways across a football pitch.
But no, it's the whole football pitch. OK, we'll let James go. Iain, one more word.
Yes, sir.
You've been here for the last 20 minutes warming up.
Yes.
Are you ready?
I'm ready. Bring it on, O'Brien. You may have a moon face, but you'll lose the race when I set the pace. I'm ace. I've run out of rhymes.
Thank you very much. It is Iain Lee and James O'Brien this morning, exclusively live on LBC 97.3. They will be running around 400 metres, right round the football pitch, basically. They will not be cutting corners. We don't want any cheating. I think we're about to go. We're going to start them bang on 11:40 this morning. We're 5 seconds away to Paul Sylvester, the official starter.
OK, James, are you ready? Iain, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Are the crowd ready? On your marks, get set, go!
And they're underway. It's a good start from Iain Lee this morning. He's coming down the first bit of the football pitch, the first half, about to turn the first corner, and they're round the first corner. Lee in front. James O'Brien is struggling. He really is struggling. He's just about a metre behind Iain Lee this morning as they come to the second turn, and Lee still out in front. Lee, the boy from Slough, he's 6'4" and 12 stone, and he's carrying those 12 stone with ease as they cross the halfway line this morning. And it's Iain Lee making it 2 metres in front of James O'Brien, who really is struggling. The 13 stone Kidderminster lad is out of breath and struggling. I don't think he's going to be able to finish this race as Lee is now sprinting ahead. We come to the last corner. It's Iain Lee. He's got 30 metres to go. Iain Lee's already celebrating with his arms in the air. His arms are in the air. He crosses. No, he's waiting before we get to the finish line. He's across the finish line. How many seconds was that? 54 seconds, and James O'Brien comes across the line as well. And they look absolutely shattered. We will let them grab their breath very, very quickly. The victorious winner was Iain Lee. It has been noted. Let's get a quick fan reaction before we speak to the runners.
Ben and Susie, you supported the winning team. What did you think to his performance?
What an amazing performance. Left James totally behind him. James proved that he is a fat slow coach.
I think Iain really opened his legs and showed his class there.
I think that's one way of putting it, Susie. Natalie and Joanne, obviously, you supported the losing sides.
Yeah, but he's definitely still number one. There's going to have to be a rematch, definitely, because I think there might be a little bit of cheating there.
Yeah. OK, Natalie, what did you think?
James is the real man out of the two of them, and that's all that matters.
OK, so divided amongst the fans here, John. They want a rematch. That must be the first question you put to these guys.
Well, here we go. The winner is here. Iain Lee, how does that feel? Winner.
It was good. It was so good. I managed to moonwalk the last 10 metres. Do I get a prize for that?
It was very impressive. I thought you were going to wait for him. He was so far behind.
There are people up there listening in the windows. They were shouting abuse at... I think they were listening. They were shouting abuse at us anyway. I think I might be a little bit sick. Is that allowed?
You can go and do that in the private of your own studio. James O'Brien is the loser.
I didn't realise we were taking it all so seriously.
It's a race, James. It's a race.
It's a bit of fun, you know. Everyone's had a nice day out on them. I think I'm going to vomit beetroot.
James, did the weight trouble you? You carrying too much?
I'm in pretty good nick. I've got my Bully Bullseye t-shirt on. I didn't used to be able to get into this. But yes, I think I was never really in it, if I'm honest. No. He showed me
he was a metre out after the start.
It's very misleading when your legs are that long. No, I'm not, because I didn't think he was moving that quickly. Because he wasn't.
There was a brilliant bit halfway round.
Yes, I saw that. You spurted.
When James started catching me up, and I thought, I'm not having this, I've got a bit going. So I spurted, and he just went, oh, you LBC, come back.
That was it. I realised then that it was game over, and probably we should have confined the challenge to Xbox-based entertainment.
Am I Olympic standard? Because I could have got a bronze in the Olympics.
It was 54 seconds around that.
World record nearly, come on.
About 11 seconds slower than Michael Johnson. I don't think that's too bad. So, this was a one-off, was it?
Ian's producer did it in 60 seconds in
Agent Chris.
In his jeans and Agent Mitch, as I've always known him.
Didn't you get him to come around your house and move a statue?
He did it in 60 seconds in a three-piece suit, so I don't think the time is that impressive.
So, is this a one-off? Are we going to have a rematch? It's going to be the best of three.
It's going to be annual, except I don't think I'll be here next year. But if we are, it's going to be an annual event.
I will be surprised if either of us are still employed in any way, shape or form by Thursday.
And the London 2012 Olympics, are you up for that? Or?
I was dead against it, but now I think I might stand a chance at winning something.
Hello, athletes.
And can I just say to all of James O'Brien's listeners, you love a loser! Loser!
Oh,
thank you, Iain Lee, the winner.
He's a good lad. He's a good lad.
And James O'Brien, the loser.
Yeah,
well done.
I'm still smiling, John. I'm still smiling, mate.
Still your show.
This is for people everywhere who consider that taking part is more important than winning.
Thank you for listening to this download from London's LBC 97.3.